Welcome back to Man Down Sports. As you can see from the thumbnail, we're going to talk about OKC Thunder SGA, who's now just been recently named the most clutch player or just been rewarded or awarded the clutch player of the year award, which we knew that was coming because all season long he had, accumulated at least the most clutch points, right? So, they define clutch as a certain time of the ball game. I think it's like maybe the last 4 minutes of a game. If the game is within a certain amount of points, they deem that to be clutch. And SGA recorded the most points in the clutch this season, on top of a bunch of game winners. I think he hit a crucial game winner in Draymond Green's face against the Warriors in a close game. He hit two crucial game winners in Denver, because I think he hit one game winner, and then Denver got the ball back and ended up getting fouled, maybe shooting a three. Something crazy happened, and we just didn't think that SGA could do it again, and he came back down and hit another game winner against Denver. Those are two big marquee matchups. This is SGA versus Steph and the Warriors, and SGA versus Jokic and the Nuggets. And I think there was plenty of games where he was hitting very, very clutch baskets down the stretch, and some of them was game winners. So yeah, and on top of the most points in the clutch this season, I think that was a no-brainer for the clutch, right? Keldon Johnson for the San Antonio Spurs got Sixth Man of the Year, and Wembanyama was the unanimous Defensive Player of the Year. He got all 100 votes. You know what I'm saying? So congrats to those dudes, man. But we're going to talk about the Warriors, not the Warriors, but the Thunder and the Suns, what I seen from this game. And right away, first things first, hopefully Jaylen Williams don't have too much seriousness going on with that hamstring, which is a different leg that he had problems with earlier this season. On top of him coming into the season fresh off a wrist surgery, he got the wrist surgery in the offseason. He dealt with it during the playoffs. He had the surgery in the offseason, and then he had a setback just before training camp started. So he had to go back in and had the surgery again, or do some corrective surgery. And then after that, he was rehabbing the wrist, and he sat out, most of the first beginning of the season. And then when he was ready to come back from the wrist, he aggravated the hamstring, or he injured the hamstring, and he had to sit out and rehab that. And then when he was ready to come back from that, he played one or two games and re-aggravated the hamstring. And then he sat out more time. And then he came back just before the playoffs. Now he's ready for the playoffs. And unfortunately, it looks like he's played a couple of playoff games, and the other hamstring started to bother him. So that's unfortunate, and I think that's going to affect their playoff run and their chances of repeating, because they really need Jaylen Williams. They really need all hands on deck to get out of this West. This West is brutal, and even if they make it to the finals and get out the West and make it to the finals, they got to face a really good team, which could be Detroit or it could be Boston. Very good teams. And don't sleep on the Cavs. The Cavs are a sleeper team. But I think SGA and the Thunder might have an edge over the Cavs if they make it. But then again, we thought the same thing about the Pacers last year. And I think the Pacers have less firepower offensively than the Cavs do. I think Donovan Mitchell and James Harden could cause way more problems for the Thunder than Tyrese Haliburton and those guys, Nembhard and Mathurin and all them. They caused some problems for OKC, but I think Harden and Mitchell probably cause more problems. What they might have an advantage is they got to turn around and play defense as well, and they might not do that as well as some of those guys that was on the Pacers squad. So it is what it is, man. Shout out to everybody. Moonwalker, I don't think I ever seen you in here, but he doesn't average a triple-double meal, so he can't be the best. Nah, that's a fact, man. What's up, Michael Knight? Cass Soprano was good. Man, I got a fly in here. I hate flies. I can't wait to what do you say? I can't wait for SGA to get his second MVP. You know what? I don't even care. I really don't even care about the MVP for SGA. I really want him to get another ring. You know, I think and I think people who are fans of SGAs, I hope SGA fans would be rooting for him to get a ring and not rooting for him to get another MVP, man. Nobody cares about the MVP. Nobody cares about it. Except probably Jokic fans and Luka fans. You know what I mean? Jokic fans and Luka's fans, they care a lot, man. Andrew Lanson, thank you, man. Hit the like button, y'all. And I almost forgot, man. This episode is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Underdog Fantasy is the best place to play fantasy sports. I want to tell you about the easiest way to get in on some NBA action with Underdog Fantasy and their pick'em game. Just find your favorite player or any player for that matter, pick higher or lower on that player's stats, and you can win up to 20 times your money in one night. Pick between 2 or 5 players to fill your pick'em entry. Get every pick right, and you can net yourself some serious cash. Use the promo code ManDownSports and get up to $1,000 in bonus cash. Plus, now that it's football season, you can follow Man Down Sports as we reveal our favorite picks from week to week. Like I said before, pick your favorite player, pick higher or lower, choose your dollar amount, and win some money. It's just that easy. Make picks, win money. We also want to thank Underdog Fantasy for partnering with us, and we want to thank you for helping the channel out by using Man Down Sports on Underdog Fantasy. Yeah, man, what's good? We got some people in the comments. Say, Mitchell Show, what's good, brother? What's good, brother? Say, I'm here all the time, just not usually on the lives. I usually catch them out. All right, well, I appreciate that. I appreciate you even catching the aftermath of it, man. But let's get into the game, though. Sometimes OKC be sleepwalking, y'all. You know that. You know, I think they feel like they can ramp it up. I think they can ramp it up whenever they want to. You know, so they'll come out, they'll get a slight lead, 8 points, 10 points, or whatever the case may be, man. They're, you know, the starters. You know, so the starters will play the opposing team starters slightly even, but they got a slight edge, you know, because SGA is, especially if SGA is on that night, they're going to have a slight edge. So at sometime in the first quarter, they'll build a lead, and that lead might be 5 to 6 points. But what happens is then their bench comes in, and when their bench comes in, that's when they get the running, because you got Case and Wallace, Caruso, and then they go small. They'll sit Hartenstein down and probably leave Chet out there. So Chet will be the big man, be the rim protector, and they'll go out there with 4 guards. And those 4 guards can defend the ball, and then they can also defend post players and bigger players, and they can rebound, and they tough, and they like defense, and then when they turn you over, they get out and run. You know, so when that happens, they usually, that 6-point lead that the starters gave them, the bench would come in and they might push it to double digits. You know what I mean? They might outscore the other team's bench just as much as the starters outscored the starters. So you might end up with a lead of 12, and after that, it just compounds, because now you're trying to catch up, and you're playing right into their trap. You know, probably jacking some threes up, you know, getting desperate, not being patient, and they run away with you. But some games you'll see them sleepwalking, where they feel like once they get that 10-point lead, 12-point lead, that they get real sloppy. And SGA is notorious for this. SGA frustrates me. He frustrated me a whole lot during the playoffs last year, because he got this casual way of how his presence is on the court, on the defensive end, when he's off the ball. When he's on the ball and he's defending, you know, he's locked in. But when he get off the ball, he just kind of like sags and like, and it frustrates me. But the reason why it frustrates me because when shots go up, he rarely boxes out. And he was getting exposed for not boxing guards out in the playoffs. And I'm like, SGA, if you want to win this, dog, you gotta stop doing it. Like, you the only one not boxing out. You the only one not boxing out. Caruso don't do that. If he does, he don't do it that often. And you don't let your bench players do that. You know what I mean? It's unacceptable for you not to be boxed. It happened again tonight. It happened tonight. Maybe in first or second quarter. They was trying to go on a little run and they was on a run and a shot went up from the three and SGA was on the backside and he just let this man walk in there and get an offensive rebound. And he didn't even touch him. I'm like, come on, dog. You know what I mean? So that happens a lot, man. They get bored, I think, with certain teams because they know they can turn it up, and it is what it is. But, I think this first round is probably going to be it's probably going to be they Phoenix is lucky to get one game. They're lucky to get one game. So this could be a sweep. It could be a gentleman's sweep. We'll see how much Phoenix is rocking when they arrive in a couple of days. But this game, it ain't even a lot to talk about. Like so many people is telling me, oh man, Phoenix is better off with Jalen Green and Dillon Brooks. Kevin Durant couldn't do this and that, and the Rockets should have kept Jalen Green. Man, please. ain't no look. If you was the Rockets and you had an opportunity to get Kevin Durant and you had to give up Dillon Brooks and Jalen Green, you pull that trigger. The issue that the Rockets had is, hey man, Steven Adams get hurt, Van Vliet get hurt, and you're not smart enough to replace Van Vliet for whatever reason. I don't know if you feel like we can't bring a point guard in because Van Vliet is coming back and we don't want to threaten his spot. Let's just see what we got with the young fellow, or let's let Amon Thompson run the point, which probably would have been cool if he could shoot. You almost got Ben Simmons out there before he lost his confidence. Amon Thompson and Ausar Thompson, you cannot be that good and have played that much basketball in your life and shoot like that. Like the only people that have excuses to shoot horrible, right? I give it to all point guards from New York. You can shoot horrible. Y'all can't shoot. I mean Kenny Smith and Kenny Anderson back in the day, and then Stephon Marbury, they can shoot it. But man, the Ed Codas and man, I don't want to say these names, man. Sham God, you know what I mean? Sham God, Ed Coda, and all those. There's a lot of guards from New York, point guards. You just can't shoot, man. I give it to you. Look, if you got a New York point guard that can't shoot, hey, it's cool, man. We North Carolina guards, we used to whoop them all the time, man. You know what I'm saying? Because we cared about shooting a little bit, and we cared about defense. You know what I mean? Down in North Carolina, we make good point guards as well. New York make really good point guards, but them little dudes cannot shoot. They quick, they can dribble, they can't shoot, dog. They can't shoot. There was a dude that played for Kentucky back in the day named Wayne Turner. He was the West Coast Ed Cota. Well, Kentucky's not on the West Coast, but he was the country Ed Cota. Played just like Wayne Turner. Both on one number 5. Could not shoot a lick. I guarantee, and look, I've never looked this up. I guarantee you, if I look up Wayne Turner, he's from New York. I guarantee you. Is his name Wayne Turner? I think it's Wayne Turner, number 5 for Kentucky. I bet you he's from New York, shooting like that. I bet you. I don't know where Rondo from, but he played for Kentucky as well. But he's not from New York, but he couldn't shoot for a while. Anyway, off my soapbox, right? So listen. So it's no excuse for 6'7", 6'6", 6'8", guards shooting that horrible. You've been playing so much basketball. You had so much time to work on it. They're super athletic, so I guess they didn't need to shoot in high school. They're just super athletic. They didn't go to college. I think they played 1 year of that G League elite squad they had, and then they went to the draft. They're athletic, dog, but they can't shoot, and that's hurting their squad. That's hurting the Rockets, man, especially with Van Vliet hurt. And them not trusting Reed Shepherd as much. They didn't trust Reed Shepherd at the beginning of the season, and then when they finally trusted him, he came in and he proved himself. He really proved himself. And once the regular season was over, they probably should have just kept trusting him. But they didn't. And now his minutes is cut a little bit, and his green light is not there. So I'm like, dude, when y'all started winning, I think y'all won 8-9 straight at one point. Y'all did that with his help. Y'all need Shepherd. Just give him the rock. And I mean, y'all already lost 2 straight games. So when y'all lost that first game, I would have been like, all right, Shep, man, hey, you was helping us when we was on this run. And we go let you continue to help us like this, especially after we lost game 1. But it's neither here, neither there. But anyway, man, look, I was talking about the OKC Thunder game, and then I got to the Rockets, man, which was crazy because I think I mentioned Kevin Durant, but yeah, back to the Thunder. Yeah, Jalen Green and Dylan Brooks. Jalen Green didn't play so well. He's not handling the physicality, and I think him and Booker has been complaining about the physicality. I think even Devin Booker talked about him getting a tech, and he called the referee out by name, so he'd be getting fined soon. And I don't like it. And I'm gonna be honest with you, watching the game, I seen some foul, like the offensive foul they call on Devin Booker. Devin Booker got the ball right on the block, pump fake, got Caruso in the air, and then on Caruso's way down, he went up to shoot it and banked it, hit it. His elbow grazed Caruso on the chin. It's playoff basketball. You gotta let that go. They called it right away. So, but like I said, I've seen them last year where OKC would get calls at home and then they'll switch it. As soon as they went to the opposing team's home court, those calls wasn't there no more. And that's how Indiana was able to take them to 7. And Indiana was getting the calls that OKC was getting in OKC. Right. So the tides are turned. They're gonna, they're gonna make a show of it. And like I always tell people, Vince McMahon was a genius with WWE, WWF or whatever. If I got Hogan and The Rock fighting, Hogan got millions of fans and The Rock got millions of fans. How can I satisfy them both? Well, the Hogan fans, whatever Hogan's finishing move is, I can't even remember what it was. I know The Rock's finishing move was the rock bottom or the people's elbow, right? They love to see him do the rock bottom or the people's elbow. Usually, the way they write it in the script, whenever he do get you with that move, rock bottom or the people's elbow, you get pinned, you can't get back up. Like, you can't get back up from someone's signature move. Imagine playing Mortal Kombat and they say finish him and you do the move and then the person don't die. Like, no, when in wrestling, when they do their finishing move, you can't get up. Like, you're not supposed to get up unless it's two superstars fighting each other on a huge stage. And then in that event, I might rock bottom you, try to pin you 1, 2, and then you jump up and everybody's like, oh my God, he got up from the rock bottom. And then guess what happened? The tides turn and now Hogan started winning. And then Hogan get to do his Hulkmania or whatever move he got, do his move, and then he get to the pin, boom, boom, 1, 2, and then he gets a, oh my God, like we done seen the Hulk's move and we done seen the rock bottom. We don't know who go win. So both audiences is satisfied. The Hulk fans, the Rock fans, both satisfied. I got to see the Hulk beating the Rock up. I got to see him get the advantage. I got to see his finishing move. I got every satisfaction that I need, every emotion that I needed. Both sides are happy. Now we can end the fight. Somebody's got to win. That's how wrestling is, and that's how all sports are, right? So we got the playoffs, we got a 7-game series. It might go 5, it might go 6, it might go 7, right? But in any event, I can't leave all these fans unsatisfied. I got to let them see something. So when we go to your hometown, that's when I talk to the referees as the commissioner and say, hey, call the game this way. I'm not going to come straight out and say, hey, help Phoenix out. You say, call the game a little tighter. We seen some, like, here's a DVD. We want you to watch all these fouls that y'all missed last game, and this is going to be a point of emphasis. So if the head league official give you a DVD and say, hey, you missed these fouls, because the head official that you never see, he's in the booth watching the game and watching the performance of the referees that work for him. He's the head official, probably a retired guy that officiated for 30 years. He's in charge of all of them. They meet before the games. The referees have a game plan, just like a basketball team have a game plan. We have a game plan, and we're getting graded based on what the game plan is and how we execute it. So if the game plan is, hey, y'all missed about 10 of these hand checks when SGA is going to the hole, that's going to be one of the point of emphasis for this game. Well, shit, I need to call them hand checks to show my boss that I paid attention. So now it's the league official or the head official dictating how the flow of the game is going to go and what's going to be called, what's not going to be called. But who do you think the head official is getting his instruction from? He's getting it from the commissioner. That's who he talks to. That's his boss. The referees we see on screen is getting instruction from the head official. The head official is getting instruction from the commissioner. So they know what they're doing. So look for OKC to go to Phoenix and not get the calls that they was getting in OKC. They still might pull the win out. But they're not going to let Phoenix just get holes for 4 straight games. They got to get some calls at some point. They got to get some calls. Now, when I fix the game this way to where you get more calls than OKC, it's up to you to take advantage of it and get the win. We fixing it so you can get more calls, but we're not going to help you get the win. You got to go get the win. So you still might lose this game. OKC still might pull it out. Right? So we'll see. And like I told y'all yesterday, the Denver Nuggets, that bulletin board material that Minnesota gave the Denver Nuggets, trust me, it's gonna be Minnesota versus Denver and the rest next game. Andrew Lennon said the commissioner gets his instructions for Satan. I don't doubt it. And he probably in Vegas. He probably in Vegas. Yeah. What didn't you know? Puller. You didn't know how the referees get graded? Yeah, so the referees, they get graded every game based on what the head official gives them as a point of emphasis. And the highest graded ref at the end of the season, those are the ones who get playoff games. So imagine the money you make from your salary as a ref. You ref what, 5 months? How much long is the season? 5 months? 6 months? So you working 6 months out of the year, and let's say your salary is $100,000, right? You get $100,000 and for the season. What happens after the season is now the playoffs start, and we take the top rated officials, and then y'all get playoff games based on how you graded or how you was graded during the season. They just take the top ones, and you get the playoff games. Now that's extra money, extra good money. You might make $100,000. You might make the same amount during the playoffs that you did for the whole regular season. So you get to double your money, right? And I'm just throwing numbers out there. I don't know how much it is, but I know that's additional money when you get to ref playoff games. And it's 8 teams on the East, 8 teams on the West that's competing. So that's 16 teams, but that shrinks every round. So every time the teams shrink going to the next round, the amount of referees you need shrink as well. So you're still getting graded based on what the head official gave you for point of emphasis, and they still taking the top graded guys to take them to the next round of the playoffs to keep making more money, and all the way to the finals. And if you ref for finals, that might make your entire career, because guys that do well in the finals, they keep getting called back to do playoff games and finals. And it's really based on what you're getting graded from your boss, the head official. So if he says we're calling this and we're not calling that, for your own sake, you better not call that, and you better call that, because that's how you get, that's how you promote. That's your job. Right. So yeah, that's how I go. And I read Dominque's book. Do I got it in here somewhere? I read Dominque's book. He explained a lot of that. And Tim Dominque is the referee that got caught with, the gambling, I guess. He was selling, I guess, I wouldn't say selling secrets. He was selling advice to people that was gambling on games and betting on games, pretty much. And that was the mob. So basically what he was doing was, he said that he wasn't betting on games that he refereed. But what he said was, since he had inside information on how everything operated, imagine you being a ref and the head official come down and say, hey, watch this VHS, because it wasn't DVD back then. Watch this VHS tape. It's about 30 missed calls. Kobe was getting fouled, going to the hole. That I want y'all to keep an eye on that. That's going to be a new point of emphasis for game 3. So when he seen that from the head official, he was like, oh, they want us to give Kobe calls next game. There's no way we're going to give Kobe all those calls and the Lakers not win. Because if we're giving Kobe the hands off the merchandise treatment, he's going to score 40. The Lakers are going to win. So he'll take that information and be like, he'll call his mob buddies, hey, put your money on the Lakers tomorrow night. All right, got you. So he said he would just use that information on the head official, telling them what to call, what to look out for, what to let go. And he said, based on the information the head official gave him, he knew who the NBA wanted to win. But he said he was only about 80% with that. You know what I mean? Like, he's still guessing, because he's not in the room with David Stern or Adam Silver and the head official. He's not in the room with that. He's still guessing. He's like, oh, they want us to look out for this. That's going to favor this team. Or like a team like OKC that plays very physical defense and very tough defense. If you play a game and a referee come to you and say, hey, look, man, we going to let them play tonight. And it's like OKC versus the Rockets. Yeah, let them play tonight. Well, the Rockets, they only got one guy, which is Amen Thompson, that plays like that. KD don't play like that, really. Sengun don't play like that, really. Reed Shepherd don't play like that, really. You got Amen Thompson and maybe Jabari Smith Jr. But OKC almost got a whole squad of goons: Dort, Caruso, Cason Wallace, SGA, Hartenstein, Chet. They got both Jaylen Williams. If you go let them play and let them get physical, that favors OKC. So it's not hard for someone to figure out, oh, let's go favor them. It don't matter if you're changing how you're calling the game from game to game in one series. If you're going to call game 1 tight and call game 2 loose, you're manipulating the outcome, whether you know it or not. Because a loose game is going to favor one team over the other, and a tight game is going to favor one team over the other. It is what it is. So why are you making the decision to switch it up from calling it tight to loose? On top of being in bed with Vegas. Like, come on, it's not that hard to figure out. It is WWE, right? They're making decisions. Now they can't 100% manipulate and dictate outcomes, but they can dictate which team is going to have more favor. If you call a game perfect for what my team is set up for, you're giving me favor. So every time they call a loose game in an OKC game, it's going to be advantage OKC. When they call a really tight game where you can't really touch them, then it's going to favor whoever OKC is playing, because now OKC's secret weapon of physical defense and getting a lot of steals, now they can't do. Now they got to win. They got to win a different ball game. They got to win playing not OKC ball. They got to play left-handed. Maybe play with their hand tied behind their back. But the crazy thing is, they good enough that they could win a left-handed game or a game with one hand tied behind their back. So they can, they can play different styles. It's really unique. It's really unique, man. So let me see what I got for super chats. MJ, a New York guard that went to UNC. MJ is not a New York guard. MJ, and he's not a point guard either, but MJ was born in New York, and he wasn't even there long enough to learn how to walk there, dog. He was in North Carolina and raised in North Carolina. So was Dominique Wilkins. Kevin Garnett, South Carolina. Ray Allen, South Carolina. Ja Morant, South Carolina. Zion Williamson, South Carolina. You know what I mean? Like, North Carolina got it, dog. Who else North Carolina? I mean, we got so many, man. My boy Eric Hicks, PJ Harrison from Dudley, Brandon Haywood. Brandon Haywood ain't no guard, but you know what I mean? It's a lot of guards from North Carolina, dog. A lot of guards from North Carolina for sure. That's why LeBron asked for the max contract this year. Look how casually he treating the rest. Oh man. What else? You know what? I want to do something. D said Darko Milicic, North Carolina. Raymond Felton, I think South Carolina as well. He's South Carolina as well. I think close to Georgetown. What's up, Scooter? Hands off the merchandise. Yeah, absolutely. Donnie, he said in the interview that they would always bet against LeBron in big games because they knew he would. All right, so look, I want to do this real quick before I end the stream, y'all. So Kevin Durant had 9 turnovers last game for the Houston Rockets. And that wasn't, that's not a good look. That's not a good look, right? So I did the video reacting to that game. I talked about what the Rockets should do, need to do. I talked about what what's a bad look for Kevin Durant. With his protection of the basketball, man. He just too careless with it. So in the comment section, there was a lot of people. I told y'all Kevin Durant can't do nothing without Steph. What has he done since Steph? What has he done without Steph? And I'm like, man, people's memory is so crazy and short. And they also just hold a double standard, man, because I'm like, what makes you think that Kevin Durant ain't a Hall of Famer or ain't a top 15 player without Steph, or he would never get a ring without Steph? I'm like, what motivates people to say that? Right? I just don't understand what motivates them. And it comes from, I guess, love for Steph Curry. And I guess the love for Steph Curry drives them to say these things about Kevin Durant. But I just wanted to do a comparison because I think people really forget who Kevin Durant is, who Steph is, who they was, what they came from, and all that stuff, man. So what's good, Geek Show? Let's do a trip down memory lane, y'all. First and foremost, let me put something on screen. Let me see how old these cats are. Kevin Durant is, what is he now? 37. Kevin Durant's 37. Steph is 37, about to be 38, I think. I think Steph is a little older. Steph came in the league 2009. Kevin Durant came in 2 years earlier in 2007, right? What we know about Steph and Kevin Durant. Steph Curry is another Charlotte native, North Carolina guard, right? Lake Grosspurt, You know, he was small, you know, coming into high school and hit a growth spurt late, so his recruitment wasn't that heavy. You know, he was starting to get a little notoriety his senior year, but he was already committed to Davidson, and he was like, I'm gonna keep that commitment, right? I'm gonna go to Davidson because his coach said he gonna let me rock. Turned out to be the right move. He went out there and did what the hell he wanted to do and showed out. Got drafted first round. I think he in the lottery, but you know, I mean, they took like guards like Flynn before him and Ricky Rubio and just insane stuff, right? But Kevin Durant didn't have that issue. Kevin Durant, highly recruited, coming out, one of the top prospects going into college, go to Texas, have a heck of a freshman year. He may have led the league. He might have led the nation in scoring as a freshman. I think he did, and I think the next year after that, Mike Beasley did. Either they led the nation in scoring as a freshman, or there was just the highest scoring freshman that year. But I think I think Kevin Durant led the nation in scoring. That's how cold he was at Texas. Greg Oden was a beast, and the NBA still played from the post, so you know it was kind of hard for people to say whether it was going to take Kevin Durant number one or take Greg Oden number one. And then Kevin Durant went to the combine, and there was a rumor that he could only get 225 once. So, you know what I mean? So his knock coming into the NBA was he was weak and wasn't strong enough, and they had enough meeting. And pause. And Steph Curry's knock was, you know, we'd never seen him play point guard. Can he handle the pressure? Can he play point? You know, so they all had some questions, but Kevin Durant was a first round. He was a number 2 pick behind Greg Oden. Like people, we knew what Kevin Durant was. So the question is, if Kevin Durant in high school and in college, I mean, because he played 1 year and got drafted number 2, if Steph would have tried to come out his freshman year after Davidson, he wouldn't have got drafted. If he came out his sophomore year at Davidson, he wouldn't have got drafted. His junior year, he probably would have got drafted in the second round. He needed really all 4 years to turn himself into a first round draft pick. You know, Kevin Durant came in as a freshman, went straight. You know what I mean? So I'm asking a question for all the people that was in my comment section saying Steph is better than Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant ain't nothing without Steph. Well, he obviously was something before him and Steph ever played. So while I'm having this conversation and talking about this stuff, I want all the people that was in my comment section talking about Kevin Durant ain't nothing without Steph. I want you to tell me what year did Steph become better than Kevin Durant? Because I'm looking at Kevin Durant come in 2007, 2008, rookie of the year, averaging 20 points a game, rookie of the year. Easy. Right? Steph Curry, he didn't win rookie of the year. But he did average 17. I give him that. He didn't win rookie of the year, though. Durant did. I also look at Steph Curry, 2009, 2010, 2011, 2012. 4 years before he made an All-Star game. Kevin Durant, 2 years, and he was in the All-Star game, and at age 21, finished second in the MVP voting. 21 finished second in MVP voting. Steph Curry was a 21-year-old rookie that couldn't make All-Star. So at 21, KD was an All-Star and second in the MVP voting at 21. At 21, Steph Curry was a rookie, and it took him 4 years to make his first All-Star. So his first All-Star when he was 25. By the time Kevin Durant was 25, he had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 All-Stars and won an MVP. So at 25, Kevin Durant won an MVP and had been a 5 All-Stars and been second in MVP votes 3 times by his 21st birthday. Steph Curry made his first All-Star when he was 25. So 2013, 2014 was when Kevin Durant won his MVP, averaging 32 points a game. That's 2000. That's year 2000. What is that? 2013, 2014. What was Steph doing in 2013, 2014? That was his first All-Star. So Kevin Durant won MVP 2013, 2014. Steph Curry in that same year made his first All-Star. My question is, so from that point, from when Curry and KD joined the league and all the way up to 2013, 2014, was Steph Curry better than KD? I'm going to go in the comment section because I want to hear this. I want to hear this. So Moonwalk said 2016 unanimous MVP and Hawk KD down from 3-1 while KD was going 10 of 30 in elimination games. That's when he showed he was better. Okay, so 2016 is when Steph Curry became better than Kevin Durant. Are we all agreeing with that? Okay, so 2015, 16, unanimous MVP, 73 wins. Okay, I give you that. So all the way up to 2015, 16 season when Steph Curry was 27, Kevin Durant was better than Steph Curry, correct? I mean, if I'm going to concede that, I concede it. So Steph was better than him up into his unanimous MVP when he led his team to 73 wins. Hey, there's no argument there. If you get a unanimous MVP and perform like Steph was performing, mind you, he averaged 30 points that year. Kevin Durant averaged 30 points last year at 36. Like, you know what I mean? Like he averaged 32 points when he got his MVP a couple of years before that. But I give you that. 73 led his team to 73 wins, unanimous MVP. I mean, just for the sake of keeping the conversation going, let's say Steph was that solidified Steph better than Kevin Durant. So what happened when he lost in the finals to the Cavs and they begged Kevin Durant to come join them, and Kevin Durant came on his team and pretty much took over, especially in the playoffs and in the finals. Got those 2 finals MVPs in a row. Does that reestablish Kevin Durant as being on the throne over Steph Curry? So Steph Curry was better than KD for 1 year, and then it flip-flopped again. Right? It flip-flopped again when he came in, won 2 finals MVP on his squad. I say so. So if you say it flip-flop, Kevin Durant has always been better than Steph Curry until 2014, 2015. And then when Kevin Durant came to join him, he showed that he was the best player. Right? He led the Warriors to 2 straight rings, almost 3 straight rings if he didn't get hurt. Steph Curry had another opportunity to prove who he was when Kevin Durant got hurt, but he got outplayed by Kawhi. Some would say even Kawhi was better than Steph that year. So not only was KD better, so was Kawhi better than Steph. Right? So all the way up until Kevin Durant tore his Achilles, I'm going to go ahead and say Kevin Durant was better than Steph from the time he came out of his mama's womb until the time that Steph Curry won the unanimous MVP. And then Steph was only the best for that 1 year. And then Kevin Durant took the best title back the next year and held it for 3 straight years. That's what I'm going to say. So I'm going to say all the way up until 2000. When did he tear his Achilles? When did he tear his Achilles? He tore his Achilles in 2019, and then he missed the whole 2019-2020 season. So 1 year, Steph was better than KD all the way up until 2019. 1 year. 1 year. Look at these averages. 20 as a rookie, 25 his second year, 30, 28, 28, 28, 32 MVP, 25. That's the year. Is that the year that Yeah, he only played 27 games, so that must have been the year he broke his foot. 28, coming back off the broke foot. 25, 26, 26, and then he tore his Achilles. So all the way up to he tore his Achilles, Kevin Durant is obviously the better player. Like, obviously. There's no argument for it. So the only argument that we've narrowed it down to is what have Kevin Durant done since he left Steph? And I want to pose the question because, I mean, you could easily say, well, shoot, he led the USA to a gold medal in Tokyo. His second best player was Jason Tatum. There was no LeBron. There was no Steph. There was no Kawhi. There was no Joel Embiid. It was just Kevin Durant, Draymond Green, Jason Tatum, Keldon Johnson, guys, JaVale McGee, guys like that. They had lost a game early, and everybody was like, oh, man, we're not going to get gold. Kevin Durant turned that thing all the way around, fresh off of Achilles surgery, and led the USA to gold. He did that. He won gold before Steph won gold, right? So he did that, and then he broke Carmelo Anthony's scoring record in FIBA basketball. He got that. He got a second gold medal playing with Steph and LeBron. Brooklyn would have been a success without the injuries, but it's neither here nor there. And then he had a huge failure in Phoenix, and it looked like Rockets was going to be a failure as well. But I want to pose the question: what has Steph done since Kevin Durant left, or since Klay left? Because without Klay, what has Steph done? Question mark. What has Steph done without Klay? I mean, without KD, after KD left, I mean, we can go through it. We can pull this up on screen. Golden State Warriors. You see the highlight 2018, 2019. That's the year they lost the finals to the Raptors because KD got hurt. Just above that is the next year. Where you see that blank space at, that's playoff results. It's blank because they didn't make the playoffs, but that's the year that Steph only played 5 games because he broke his hand. Right? But they was getting whooped. They might have been like 1-4 in them 5 games he was playing, and they wasn't doing jack shit. Stinking it up. Steph, Draymond, some other people out there, they stunk it up so bad they ended up getting the number 1 pick and picked James Wiseman. So Steph, KD leaves Steph, and then Klay gets hurt. And they are if you telling me that, oh man, Golden State is this juggernaut and Steph is this juggernaut that's in a top 5 player and he might be better than Magic Johnson and he don't need Kevin Durant. Okay, so he lost Kevin Durant, so you still should be able to get it done, right? Oh no, you lost Klay too, right? So are you telling me that he can lose KD, but he can't lose Klay? He can't do nothing without Klay? Because it was getting clamped before he broke his hand. He probably glad he broke his hand. They all some front runners because when he broke his hand and they was losing games, guess what Draymond did? Oh, I think I need surgery. I think I'm going to go get a nose job. I can't play the rest of the season without Curry. So he sat out the season. And my man Spellman was out there. Marquise Chris and Spellman from Villanova was out there leading them boys. And they won 15 games, missed the playoffs, got the number 1 draft pick. So now you get Klay coming back healthy, and you got a James Wiseman number 1 draft pick added to the mix. So you get gifted a number 1 pick. That's different from Kevin Durant leaving, joining a new team in Brooklyn, new coach, new situation, new teammates. Let's build something. It takes years to build a contender. You just can't jump on a team and build a contender unless you're just grabbing players like trading cards, like LeBron used to do. Oh, man, let me just go here and, hey, let me get this. Which Kevin Durant did in Brooklyn. He got Curry to come join him, and then he went and got James Harden. It almost worked. But the basketball guys was like, we ain't about to let you do this. You go mess up Kyrie Irving ankle. We're going to mess up James Harden hamstring. You're not gonna be able to do it. But I do believe that would have been a championship year for Brooklyn and Kevin Durant. But what we see from Steph Curry is missed the playoffs the year after Kevin Durant left. And then the second year, they missed the playoffs again. So 15 wins the first year that Kevin Durant left, and the next year, 39 wins. And then the year after that, they put some stuff together. They got this draft picks. They got, Kuminga. They got Jordan Poole. They got Clay healthy, Steph healthy, Draymond healthy. Then they went and got Andrew Wiggins. Mind you, they wouldn't have Andrew Wiggins if it wasn't for Kevin Durant because D'Angelo Russell was in Brooklyn. Kevin Durant was coming over to Brooklyn. This story has been told by what's the GM, Bob Myers, the GM for the Golden State Warriors. He told this story that when he found out Kevin Durant wasn't re-signing with them and he was leaving, he was like, KD, you got to help us out. Can you please, work something out with us where we can get something for you leaving where you just don't walk straight out of here, right? We don't want to lose you for nothing. So Kevin Durant was like, yeah, Bob Myers, you always been straight up with me. I'll work something out. So what ended up happening is what people don't know is Kevin Durant was actually traded to Brooklyn. So the Warriors did a sign and trade with Kevin Durant. So he signed and they traded him to Brooklyn for D'Angelo Russell. And why that's important is because D'Angelo Russell was obviously over there and had made an all-star game in the Brooklyn uniform playing for Atkins that's now in Cleveland as a head coach. He played for him. He made all-star. D'Angelo Russell had Brooklyn rocking, dog. So imagine Kevin Durant coming over there and he brings Kyrie with him and he plays the same position as D'Lo and they're like, we don't need D'Lo. If Kevin Durant really was thinking about building something in Brooklyn, if he was really thinking instead of being nice to Golden State on the way out, he would have told Sean Marks, the GM for Brooklyn, no, I'm not going to do a sign and trade. I'm just going to come over here. If you want a free cap space, trade D'Lo somewhere for a draft pick or trade D'Lo somewhere for a veteran player. Hell, if Golden State got Andrew Wiggins straight up for D'Lo, it would have been better for Kevin Durant to say, no, send D'Lo over to look like Minnesota trying to get rid of Andrew Wiggins. Give us Andrew Wiggins. And imagine if Kevin Durant would have said, forget Golden State. I'm not doing a sign and trade. Just trade D'Lo and get us someone that fits me and Kyrie Irving. If he really wanted to be selfish, but he wanted to help Bob Myers out, did a sign and trade. They got D'Lo as a result. D'Lo was supposed to be there that year to replace Clay because Clay was going to be hurt the whole season. So they was trying to have somebody that was going to be able to play side by side with Steph while Clay was gone. And it just didn't work because D'Lo ain't that type of three-point shooter where, he in that offense that he can fire him up like Clay was firing him up. Like it was horrible, them first 5 games, right? So they ended up trading him for Andrew Wiggins. And he was very instrumental. I think the 3 most important players to the championship run of the Warriors was Jordan Poole, Steph Curry, Andrew Wiggins. Those and I'm gonna be honest with you, in the playoffs, Otto Porter Jr. was very important, especially in that Boston series. I like what I saw from Otto, and it's crazy. I didn't see him play no more after that year. Like Golden State didn't re-sign him, and no other team gave him a chance. I'm like, man, he was phenomenal. From what I watched, man. But anyway, imagine if Kevin Durant would have been like, nah, man, we can use D'Lo for something else, dog. We can use D'Lo for something else, man. Now don't give them to Golden State. Let us find somewhere to put him and trade him for somebody, right? So that was one thing that happened. Kevin Durant did them a solid. Kevin Durant really did them a solid. But look at it. So without Kevin Durant doing them a solid to get them D'Lo, which turned into Andrew Wiggins, and without that daggone horrible year and them getting the #1 draft pick, like it's probably over for them boys. But they got lucky. They got Andrew Wiggins. They got Jordan Poole. They got the stuff they needed. And them boys won the finals. And the fuel that was feeding their fire, and you could see it in Steph Curry's eyes when he was crying after he won that championship, because he was tired of hearing everyone saying, like, what they're saying about Kevin Durant now, they were saying about Steph. They were saying that Steph can't get it done in the finals, because remember, Iguodala won Finals MVP, and then KD came and won 2 straight. They had 3 finals wins. He got he won a finals. Iguodala outperformed and got Finals MVP. Then he lost one, choked up a 3-1 lead. Then KD came and saved them and won 2 straight Finals MVPs. And then the next year, Kevin Durant gets hurt before the finals or in the finals, and Steph can't save him. So you blew your cookies up, blew a 3-1 lead, and then you got outplayed by Toronto, Siakam, and Kawhi Leonard and Van Vliet in the finals without Kevin Durant. So that was on his daggone resume. And the way everybody is coming for Kevin Durant, that was coming for Steph like that. So Steph knew it was very important. I have to win a ring. I have to play well enough to get Finals MVP. That's why he cried. He didn't cry on none of those rings he won except that last one. He cried. As soon as they won it, he cried, because I finally played well enough to win Finals MVP, and I won it. And I did it without Kevin Durant when everybody said I couldn't. The same way it felt good for Kobe to do it without Shaq, because everybody said he couldn't. The same way I'm pretty sure Kevin Durant want to do it without the Warriors, because everybody said he couldn't. The only thing is he's got worse luck than a lot of people, right? And also perception is crazy, because I'm looking at all this failure for Steph Curry and people act like it didn't happen. He just missed 2 straight playoffs in a row after Kevin Durant left. Then he won the finals, and then he got put out in the second round of the playoffs. Then he missed the playoffs again. Then the next year he got put out in the second round of the playoffs, and he missed the playoffs again. And all those years after Kevin Durant left, you got a 15-win season, a 39-win season. The year they won the finals, they won 53 games. That was the best. That's the best they've ever been. That year where they was like, oh my God, we all healthy and we all got something to play for, to prove something. And once they proved it, they ain't done shit since then. Hey, we can do it without Kevin Durant. Oh man, well, it's one thing to galvanize the troops together for one cause to get it done, but it's another thing to keep doing it. Like Kobe, when he won without Shaq, he didn't just sit back and was like, all right, I can suck now. I proved that I can do it without Shaq. Nah, he went and got another one back to bike. He went and got another one after that, a prove it ring. Steph Curry ain't never got a prove it ring. A prove it ring is I'm going to do it back to back. I'm going to show you this wasn't no fluke. Giannis ain't getting no prove it ring. He got that ring, ain't been back. Jokic don't got that prove it ring. He got that ring, ain't been back. Steph got that ring, took years for him to get back. He got back, but it was years later. He just got 2 standalone rings, no prove it. He can't prove it, because after that ring, they haven't won 50 games since. 44 games the next season, 46 games the next season, 48 games the next season, 37 games this season. He's been in the play-in 3 times. The play-in just started 4 years ago. Golden State's in it every year. He's missed the playoffs 1, 2, 3, 4. He's missed the playoffs 4 times since KD left. KD only missed the playoffs 1 time. That was last year with Phoenix. And he missed like 20 straight games in Phoenix last year. And Bradley Beal could never get on point. So I'm trying to figure out, like, why we're pretending like that Steph Curry ain't shit in the bed. Yeah, you daggone right. He was crying when Steph, look, that was up 3-0, and Steph Curry was going into the locker room with tears in his eyes, crying. They had to console him in the locker room. Why? Because he knew he wasn't going to get Finals MVP again, because Kevin Durant was lighting LeBron head up. Kevin Durant was balling out of control, and they went up 3-0, and Steph Curry was crying because he knew he wasn't going to get Finals MVP. He knew Kevin Durant was going to get another one. What superstar you know up 3-0 in the locker room crying? Nick Young said, yeah, he was crying. He was hurt. He was hurt. That's why he was crying again when he finally won one against Boston, and he knew he was going to get Finals MVP. That man wanted that so bad. So, in conclusion, first and foremost, to answer the question, what has KD done without Steph Curry? He led OKC for years. He propelled himself to the best player in college basketball, a top 2 pick, a rookie of the year, a gold medal winner without a stacked squad. Took OKC through the gauntlet of the West, where he had to get through freaking Dirk, Tim Duncan, and Kobe to get to the finals just to see a super team. And his squad was just a team of a 22-year-old Harden and a 22-year-old Westbrook, and Durant, the oldest one, at like 24. It might not be that. Durant might have been 23. Westbrook and Harden might have been 21. Young Bucks playing against a super team in Miami with D Wade, LeBron, Bosh, Ray Allen. I think Ray Allen might have been there. Maybe Ray Allen came the next year. Ray Allen came the next year against San Antonio, but yeah, KD was already the man. He was already that dude, already an MVP, already led his team to a final. Had them down 3-1. He choked it up. Yeah, he did. But Kevin Durant always been him. He didn't have to wait 5 years to be an all-star. He didn't have to wait till he was 25. That's a damn grown man. Kevin Durant was an all-star when he was still a kid. Kevin Durant always been him. Steph Curry had to grow into being him. Kevin Durant always been him. So there's not been a day that I think Steph Curry has been better than Kevin Durant. Would you like to build a team around Kevin Durant or Steph Curry? That's up to you. That's preference. But Steph not better than no Kevin Durant, and Steph knows that. Not just purely off basketball. Based on who the NBA favors the most, it might be Steph. And when the NBA favor you more than the other guy, just like Carmelo Anthony, he's better than a lot of players. But Carmelo Anthony didn't have no win behind his cell. D Wade did. LeBron did. They had win behind that cell. And that win was the NBA. Iverson, well, it's once Iverson was done with Philly, he didn't have no win behind his cell. All the win was facing him. He was going against the grain. So was Carmelo. So when you that guy going against everything, I can make it look like somebody's better than you. Stephon Marbury, always against the grain. NBA didn't want to give him no help. They kicked him out of the league. Kevin Durant's the same way. Kevin Durant is not one of the coveted and superstars that the NBA is trying to, help or promote or push. It's always been Steph and LeBron. So going to Golden State was the perfect hiding spot for Kevin Durant because, I'm not even going to say before Golden State. I think Kevin Durant could have stayed in OKC, and I think his story would definitely be better because the person they use against Kevin Durant so much is Steph, and he helps. He gave Steph and the NBA media the fuel to drive him past Kevin Durant. Everything that we say that puts Steph over Kevin Durant helped him get that. Because if Kevin Durant never came to Golden State, what we talking about with Steph Curry is 2 MVPs, 73 win season, unanimous MVP, and 1 ring. He would have never got the ring 2, 3, and 4. Because Kevin Durant gave him ring 2 and 3, and then ring number 4 came because Kevin Durant left and gave him D'Lo, which turned into Wiggins, on top of the fact that Kevin Durant showed up, kept Golden State together. Because if Kevin Durant wouldn't have showed up and Golden State lost again in the contract year for those guys, they wasn't going to re-sign all 3 of them dudes again. Draymond probably would have been out of there. Maybe Clay would have been out of there. The team would have looked very different. Kevin Durant came and really saved it, revived it, right? That's what he did. So, yeah, everything, the ring number 2, 3, and 4, courtesy of Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant helped Steph Curry get pushed in front of him. I'm pretty sure if he would have knew that, he probably regretting it now. He probably glad that he experienced getting to the finals 3 straight years, playing against LeBron, proving to everybody he could whoop LeBron ass one-on-one when they both was in their prime, playing on that big stage, outplaying Steph, getting 2 finals MVPs. Like, he probably enjoyed that experience, but at the same time, he's looking like, dang, man, that's really what made the NBA push me out of the, because the entire NBA media was saying, oh, he needs to leave. He needs to leave OKC. I mean, he needs to leave Golden State. He needs to leave Golden State and all this stuff like that. Like, they really wanted him out of Golden State, dog. They really was disgusted with it. So I'm gonna open the phone lines up, y'all. Let's have a conversation about this. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Yeah, he should have stayed in OKC. I'm gonna tell you how crazy it is, though, because he left OKC, went to Golden State because he felt like he liked the offense that they ran in Golden State. And I don't blame him. It was a beautiful offense. It's better than letting Russell Westbrook. It's better than letting Russell Westbrook run around with the ball like a chicken with his head cut off, and turn the ball over and take more shots than Durant. Shoot. All right, caller from High Point. What's up?
What's up, man?
What's good?
This is Moonwalker in the comments.
What's popping, Moonwalker? What's your thoughts, man?
Man, I can't believe you making this case for KD, man. It don't make no sense, bro.
Man, I thought I made perfect sense. I even showed graphics, dog.
I love a good graphic, bro. I love a good graphic.
Hold on, I got another one for you. This might be a good graphic for you. You might like this one.
All right, what's your graphic, bro?
You might like that one right there. You like that one?
Hold on. Let me move my live up, see if I can see. Man, that's crazy. All right, talk to me. Yeah. Man, listen. My thing is this. KD is an all-time great player, all-time great scorer. But look, at the end of the day, it's like Jay said, and I'm not even a Jay-Z fan, but he told Dame, okay, if you made me, make another me. So if you saying that, he came and he did all this for Steph and he got him 2, 3, and 4, well, why can't he get one for himself? And he done played with Hall of Fame. He done played with Russ, Harden, pre-MVP Harden, post-MVP Harden, Kyrie, Devin Booker, Bradley Beal, Amen Thompson, all these dudes.
Yep.
But he can't get it done. Now, I remember, because I was a KD guy. So I'm not even a Steph fan. So I'm just being real. But I remember when KD was around his MVP time, and the Grindhouse Grizzlies used to cook this dude. They used to clamp him. He was averaging 30, and then they would play that physical, tough defense on him, and he got gentleman swept in his prime, in his MVP years.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so since then, you know, so after he left Golden State, Boston clamped him. They swept him.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, this is my thing. If you're gonna use the injury thing for KD, you got to use it for Steph too. Because one year he was out. I think it was the pandemic year. Broke his hand. Another year, I think he got hurt another year. So if we're gonna use the injury thing, we got to use it both ways.
All right, well, let's have a conversation then. Which point you want me to address first?
Either one.
Pick one.
Okay, he's had all this Hall of Fame talent.
All right, so
but he can't win without Steph. It's just a fact.
He can't win without Steph. Okay, so we'll have that conversation. Well, first of all, let me ask you this: can Steph win without Clay?
I mean, on record, no, he hasn't. But to me,
no buts.
But that's not
no. It's the same logic. It's the same logic. But it's the same logic. If
it's not the same, bro.
It is. You're saying if Kevin Durant hasn't run without Steph, then that means he can't win without Steph. So if Steph haven't won without Clay, that means he can't win without Clay. Fair assessment, right? Like if we've been, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, to me, no, it's not because.
Well, hold on, Walker.
Okay.
When you change the brake pads on your left wheel, you got to do it on your right wheel too. So whatever we do to the left, we go do to the right.
Okay.
If Curry or if Kevin Durant has not won without Curry, and we're saying that means he can't win without Curry. Then if Curry hasn't won without Clay, that means he can't win without Clay. That's fair. Let's just play the game of what we do to one, we want to do to the other. So that's fair. All right. So boom. Next point.
I mean, I don't necessarily think that that's fair.
Because it is. It's definitely fair. It's the definition of fair.
Well, I mean, you also have context as well because you spent the whole time giving context. Well, KD was injured.
Okay, hold on. Well, let's do context. Why? Hold on.
ACL and his Achilles.
Hold on, Walker. So if we're not going to just flat out say if you haven't done it, that means you can't do it, and we're going to actually look into it below the surface and do and add context to it. Okay, let's add context. Why hasn't Kevin Durant won without Steph Curry? But let's say this. Hold on. Let's say this. Let's pull it up. Let's pull up Kevin Durant stuff, right? So he was 30 when he left Steph Curry.
Yeah.
And he missed the whole season to Achilles injury, correct?
Yep.
And then he came back from his Achilles at 32.
Yeah.
Right. And that year, he didn't play the whole season. He played 32 games that year. So he coming back, he's still recovering from that Achilles. He missed half the season, came back and played 32 games. Right. Yeah. So now the first full season that he had without Steph was when he was 33. And he only played 55 games, still recovering. He averaged 30 points a game. You got Kyrie Irving there. Right. And that's the year that they traded for James Harden, and Brooklyn looked like that was going to be unstoppable. They came out and was breezed through the first round of the playoffs, got to the second round and was breezing through the Bucks and Giannis. And then Giannis messed up Kyrie's ankle.
Yeah.
James Harden tore his hamstring off the bone. And Joe
tore it off the bone.
Yeah, and Joe had it was his hamstring was tendonism. It was falling off the bone.
Okay. All right.
And Joe Harris couldn't hit a jump shot, and Kevin Durant still almost beat the Bucks, and they go down. Right. That's his first. He got one full season with Brooklyn with two good teammates that got hurt. The next season after that was what was that? Was that hold on, what the next season after that was that was the year that the Kyrie Irving's tweet went down. James Harden asked for a trade. They got Ben Simmons. His back was hurt. Kyrie Irving was suspended for a tweet. Right? Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he got traded to Phoenix.
Okay.
All right. So Phoenix was a disaster.
Big disaster.
They couldn't get nothing done. He was there, 2 years, 3 years, couldn't get nothing done.
Yeah.
Right.
Did they miss the playoffs?
They missed the playoffs last year.
Okay.
Yeah, they made the playoffs the first 2 years he was there. They missed it last year, but they got put out by Denver. Okay. Denver 1 year and Minnesota 1 year. And that was bad. Anthony Edwards was whooping his ass. So
yeah, because he was barking on him. That's when he was backing up and talk. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he was right. So Phoenix was an embarrassment. I don't think Brooklyn was a failure. I think it was just injuries, right?
Yeah, it was a lot going on in Brooklyn.
A whole lot going on. Yeah, they went through.
It was a lot.
Yeah, we went through COVID. We went through Kyrie having to bow down to the small hats, and I mean that was just insane.
Hey, that's a fact, though. That's a fact. That's a fact.
So that's the context, right? That don't mean he can't win without Steph. That just means this dude can't find stable. He can't find a stable home. If Steph would have left Golden State and was trying to build a new squad in his mid-30s to try to win the championship, you think that's easy? In your mid-30s trying to build a new squad?
No, it's not easy.
It's not easy.
It's not easy. But in my opinion, it will. Even though this is a side point, and I will get back on. But I've said for years, KD should have never left Golden State.
I think he should have never left OKC.
I agree with that. I agree with that. I've always said, to me, he never should have left OKC. But if you're gonna make that decision, which was earth shattering, if you're gonna do that, bro, just stick it out. Pause. Like just stay there, because if you leave, which he did, and my thing is, I don't even think KD left solely. Now, obviously, we know the Draymond Green thing, and I don't think he really got along with Steve Kerr. But honestly, I think he left. First reason is because the fans and the media bullied him into leaving, and he let that get in his psyche. The Stephen A. Smiths, it's the weakest move of all time. To me, it was weak. If you compare, if somebody of that talent, we cooked LeBron for it, and that was weak. And I think KD did that because of what LeBron did. LeBron kind of started that DNA of just put yourself in the best situation at any cost. Don't matter. If I got to stack the deck, I got to stack the deck to win. So my thing is, if you're going to make that decision, he should have just stayed, because now that he's left, and like you said, all the stuff you said was true, but now you're sitting there, and even though you've given valid reasons, the majority of the NBA community, whether it's fans, media, they're not going to look at his legacy like that. They're going to look at it as, look, you had Harden, you had Russ, you had Ibaka, you had all these guys, and you couldn't get it done. You choked to Steph down 3-1.
But having Harden
was bad. Like he was terrible in that series.
But Moonwalker,
3-1.
Moonwalker, having Harden is like having Halle Berry. Everybody done had it.
That's true.
Ain't nobody been able to get. Look, they all ain't getting no ring with Halle.
That's true.
Yeah,
I totally agree with that. But if you gonna say that, then Harden, his hamstring falling off the bone like tenderism, then it don't matter then. So it don't. So you can't have it both ways. You can't say wherever he go. And we know Harden is a choker, and I'm saying I agree with that. But at the same time, it is what it is. Like, I mean, my thing is, to me, like you said, I think Phoenix is a bigger blunder than Brooklyn was.
Yeah, hold on. So all right, so let's do the comparison. So they both ain't getting shit done in their mid-30s. Can we agree with that?
No, because Steph won in 2022. He was 33.
That ain't mid-30s, though.
Oh, I mean, all right. Okay.
He won 2021, 2022. And how old was he in 2021, 2022? He was
33, 34?
He was 33.
33.
Right?
Okay.
After that, what has he done after that?
I think I know he missed the playoffs.
40 he hasn't won 50 games since winning the finals. He hasn't won 50 games. Right? He hasn't won 50 games since then. He's missed the playoffs 4 times. All right. Also, ever since he won it, what is that, 2021, 22, he's played in 56 games, 74, 70 games, 43 games. Like he can't even barely play a full season. He can't win more than 50 games.
But KD been missing games too.
He can't barely make the playoffs.
Pretty much the whole season this year.
Okay,
I give KD that.
So look,
but KD been missing games too.
Right,
That's
but what you're saying is that other than the championship that Steph got, what Kevin Durant
can't say that.
Well,
hold on.
I
can't. Other than the championship.
Okay, but listen what I'm saying.
Listen,
because what you're saying is the championship covers a multitude of sins for Steph, when Steph is doing the exact same thing that Kevin Durant is doing.
How?
What do you mean?
How?
He missed the playoffs 4 times.
He won a championship though.
He missed the playoffs 4 times.
KD has not won a championship. Like you can't skip over. Like you can't just say, he just won a championship.
Listen, Moonwalker.
Now I'm not saying that he shouldn't have
done
more.
Moonwalker, listen. He missed the playoffs this year. He got put off in the second round last year. The year before that, he missed the playoffs again. And put out in the second round. Listen,
Steph missed half the season this year.
And Kevin Durant missed a quarter of the season last year.
Look, I agree, but that's what I'm saying. You can't.
It's the same thing, bro. It's the
same.
It's the same thing. I'm just telling you, it's the same thing. Whatever you say about one, you got to say about the other.
But I agree. I'm saying, but you're the one who giving KD the injury excuse.
I'm not giving him no excuse. I'm saying they're both doing the exact same thing.
Nah, bro.
They are.
You
name Kyrie, you name Harden, you name
Russ. Harden,
that's before Steph. He got it done with those guys. He got to the finals. He just didn't win.
Nah, come on, man.
He got it.
We don't use that for no other player, man. Got to the finals. We don't say that for nobody.
Sure we do. We for Iverson, for Karl Malone and Stockton. Sure we do. Yeah,
I mean, but most people
we definitely say it for LeBron. Hold on, have you ever heard somebody say, "Oh, he's been to 8 straight finals"? You ever heard that?
Yeah.
And
I think that's bogus too.
Okay, so hold on, let me land this plane though.
I don't give credit for just getting.
Yeah, but was he successful before Steph? Even though he didn't win. Oh, so only players that are successful are the ones that win the championship.
Yes,
that's how you measure success.
That's what Jordan and Kobe said. We put Jordan and Kobe up there. Kobe, now listen, you can go pull this up. Kobe said, it don't matter if I'm last place in the NBA or if I lose in the Western Conference Finals or the Finals. He said he says the same to me. He said if you lose, if you're not the winner at the end of the season, he said you lost. It's a failure. That's what Kobe said.
Yeah, it's a failed season because it's.
So if we go about
ultimate, Kobe, hold on. That's 2 different standards we're talking about. We're talking about the ultimate goal. They're all trying to win. Hold on, let me land the plane, Moonwalker. They're all trying to win. So yeah, you're gonna look at it, especially when you're a super competitor like Kobe and Jordan. You're gonna look at it. You're gonna look at it like a failure. But I'm talking about from the standpoint of, if you're gonna tell me that Kevin Durant ain't nothing without Steph, but he's shown.
No, I'm not saying he's not nothing.
Oh, okay.
I'm not saying
that's
that.
the point I'm trying to make.
No. I'm not saying he's not nothing. I'm just saying that you play to win. You don't play to stat. You don't play. It's like how you said earlier about Shea. When I said, now I wasn't saying the MVP was the final goal. Like when I said, I would love to see Shea win another MVP. Obviously, winning a championship and finals MVP, that's the ultimate goal. But the greatest players, and we all include Kevin Durant in that pantheon of part of that greatest players conversation.
See, the
greatest players don't play.
About.
You don't play for
That's
stats.
Hold on. That's
that's
two different conversations. But see, this is the stuff I'm talking about right here on screen. This dude said if you include the play-in tournament, Steph hasn't missed the playoffs.
No, I'm not with that. I'm not with that.
This man said the play-in tournament. No, he's missed the playoffs.
I'm not with that. I'm not with that. I'm not. And here, you know what? I'm glad he said that because I was having a conversation with my boy the other day, and I know this is a side point, but I hate the play-in tournament because my thing is, I get it. It's more money, and it is exciting. Like a lot of the games are exciting. I get it, but okay, so you just had to play in with Steph or the Warriors and Phoenix. Okay, whichever one of them get the eighth seed, they still gonna get smoked by OKC. So why are we having this whole thing at the end of the season? My thing is, if you haven't proven it in 82 games, then what's another 4?
Yeah.
What's another 4? Okay, so you're gonna go from 10 to 8 just to get smoked by OKC or whoever the number 1 team is, or go from
they might beat
9
them. You never
to
know.
7.
You never know. Bro. They might beat them.
Phoenix is cooked, bro. Phoenix has no shot.
OKC just lost Jay Will, man. I feel bad for them.
I know, man. I know.
But so let's finish this though, really quick.
All right. Okay.
They're really doing the same thing. You got to give the Warriors and Steph Curry credit for getting that 1 ring. But
yeah,
when the major thing.
But here's the thing. Before you go on,
hold on, Moonwalker. You can't do that.
Andrew Wiggins as his second best player.
Wait, Moonwalker, you can't do that.
He had Andrew Wiggins as his second best player. Now, come on, like he didn't have LeBron James or Joel Embiid. He had Andrew Wiggins.
Who was
like that's what I'm saying. We can't just skip over that.
Andrew Wiggins is a good player. He outplayed.
He is a good player.
He outplayed. He outplayed Luka. Who they playing?
He did.
He outplayed Brown and Tatum in the finals.
He is.
Right?
No, Andrew Wiggins. I'm not
Jordan
saying
Poole,
that the slight.
Jordan Poole outplayed Marcus Smart and all the other guards. Yeah, so I mean the boys was good.
But what has Jordan Poole? Okay,
no. That's another conversation.
Okay, so
no, we're not doing it. No. That's another conversation.
You saying what is Steph done without Clay?
No. We're talking about Steph and KD. Listen, we're talking about Steph and KD. So
I agree with that.
Hold on.
Jordan Poole and Wiggins.
No, you're doing too much. Let me say this.
Okay, all right.
They win a championship. The major knock on Kevin Durant is what happened after he left Golden State, and the fact that he's not a leader. Or they say he's not a leader, right?
Well, so he said he's not a leader.
But that's neither here nor there. Let's look at the leadership. Let's look at the leadership for Steph Curry.
That's not here,
Let's look at the leadership for Steph Curry. Why is the Warriors franchise in shambles right now?
Hey,
why is Jordan Poole not in?
You asking me?
If Jordan Poole and Andrew Wiggins help Steph Curry get a ring, how come they're gone? How come Clay is gone? And how come the last man standing is Curry, and Draymond? Why is Kuminga gone?
That's what I was going to say.
Where's the leadership? Agree with that. Where's the leadership from Steph Curry, from Kerr and Draymond running amok through this organization?
I agree with that.
Let's look at the people who done been ran out of Golden State because of Draymond. Kevin Durant.
Yep.
Bob Myers. Jordan Poole. James Wiseman, Jonathan Kuminga, Sean Livingston probably retired because of that clown. He had more tread on the tires, and he was like, "I ain't doing this anymore." Iguodala left and came back. Iguodala left and came back after they begged him, right? Jordan Poole best friend was DiVincenzo.
Yeah.
You see what he did to Denver the other night.
Jordan Poole. Hold
on. DiVincenzo did a interview after that incident happened. He said Jordan Poole's my best friend on the team, and he didn't go into detail about. But that was like, so what you gonna do? You got a player option, or you go stay? He was like, yeah, I'm still weighing my options. He had a player option to stay with a team that had just won a championship, and he decided, nah, I'm gonna go test the market. He didn't want to be there no more, because why would I want to be somewhere where I seen my best friend get knocked out and the dude that knocked him out didn't get no punishment? And then
I agree with that.
And then they end up trading him. You get what I'm saying? So DiVincenzo
Yeah,
left.
I agree with that.
Wiggins had to leave because there's a lot of people that done left their organization because
I agree with you.
Steph Curry leadership is so poor that he can't keep Draymond in check and keep his squad intact.
I agree with that. But my argument is not that Steph is. I think he's a good leader.
I don't
think he's a great leader.
I don't even think he's a leader.
Steve Kerr.
No, I don't even think he's a leader. It's a difference between a good leader, a great leader, a bad leader, and someone who's not a leader at all. Steph Curry is not a leader.
Well, I think Steph is a leader, but my thing is with Steph, I don't think he's vocal enough. I think his personality.
Well, that's what leaders do. Leaders speak up.
That's what I'm saying. I would say
you ever heard a leader of you ever heard a president not speak? You gotta talk. Hold on. You gotta talk. You gotta communicate. That's the number one part of leadership: communication.
I agree.
You ever had a supervisor at work that get mad that you're not doing something, but he never told you're not doing it?
Yeah, and then all of a sudden you get a bad review.
Exactly.
Like,
what's the communication? Yeah. So you have to communicate.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. So you can't tell me someone's a leader and then say, oh, but he's not vocal. Then how the hell how is he communicating?
Well, that's what I was going to say. Honestly, I think that Steph communicates, but I don't think he pushes for it.
How does he communicate?
I think he's.
How?
I mean, if you asking me, I'm not. I don't know. I'm not in the locker room.
Okay, let me give you an example. Let me give you an example. Draymond Green on national television calls Kevin Durant a bitch and say that we don't need you. We won without you.
Yeah.
Right? In a contract year.
Yeah.
Kevin Durant said that that's part of the reason why he left. It wasn't the fact that him and Draymond Green had a dust up. He said that what really rubbed him the wrong way is after it happened, none of the leaders, Steph Curry, Bob Myers, or Steve Kerr, or Klay Thompson, they said nobody came to him to talk to him about what just happened. They just turned their head and act like they didn't see it. So I'm like, wait. He just told me something that, because I know Draymond Green is part of the Klay, Curry, and Kerr foursome, right? Yeah. So if he says something like Klay not gonna say it, Kerr not gonna say it, Curry not gonna say it, Draymond Green speaks for them a lot. So if he says that, I really want to know if y'all feel like that too. You feel like y'all don't need me and y'all won before me and y'all mad because I wanted to take the last shot. Is that how all y'all feel? But what happened? The non-leader that Kerr, Klay, and Curry is turned a blind eye to it and act like they didn't see him. Like, man, maybe if we don't talk about it, maybe it had to go away. And he said that's what rubbed them the wrong way because we were supposed to be freaking brothers. Is that good leadership?
No, I agree with that.
Okay, hold on. Another example: Draymond Green knocks out Jordan Poole, and his punishment is go home and take 2 days off from training camp and be ready for game one on rain night.
That was Draymond should have been gone. I've been saying that. Draymond should have been. He should have been gone.
Where's the leadership?
He should have been gone.
Where's the leadership?
Here's my thing. So I'm not saying that Steph is an all-time great leader. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I think he's a good leader in certain areas. You can be, it's like you gave the supervisor example. I've had supervisors that were great at communicating, were great at, coming up with, schemes or whatever for the team to get better. But then they'll micromanage or, they'll try to take all the credit for themselves. Like, so I'm saying that to say you can be a good leader in certain aspects, but then be a bad leader in other aspects. Like, I think that Steph has sort of Tim Duncan like leadership, as in he's not real vocal.
No,
he don't do a lot of talking, but at the same time, I also think that he has a lot of qualities that Tim Duncan lacks. Like, I think on court, I think he's a great leader. I think that he does certain things on the floor and on the court that makes him a great leader. But off the court, do I think he's the best leader? No. I mean, to be honest, I don't think none of these dudes are great. LeBron ain't a great leader at all. Kevin Durant is not a great leader at all. Steph Curry is not a great leader. I think none of these dudes in this new generation is a great leader.
I think LeBron is a great leader. I think he's just narcissistic. He's just narcissistic.
No.
He's a great leader.
No, man. No, how? Leading his teammates to get traded? Bro, LeBron is not a great leader, man. This dude will come, dude. And my thing is, here's to me, he's the worst type of leader. LeBron is a passive aggressive dude. He's the type of dude that'll come over your house. Oh man, what's up, man? Good to see you, bro. You good? Oh man, place looks amazing, bro. When you get this? But then time he leave your house, he gonna be telling the other boys, man, I went over here, man. This dude that had nothing in the fridge. Man, this dude, you know what I'm saying, wouldn't even let me take my shoes off. That's who LeBron is. Look, he gonna be the type of dude, he gonna have all kind of handshakes with everybody, but then time he feel like you not adding to his legacy or you dead weight, he gonna get you traded. Or he gonna praise you to your face, but then he'll go on the podcast with JJ.
Let me ask you this though.
And say his teammates ain't nothing.
Let me ask you this though.
He the worst leader.
Let me ask you this though. If LeBron is a bad leader and Steph is a good leader, how come?
So I would take Steph over a leader as a leader of LeBron James every day. But that don't mean I think he's a great leader. I just think LeBron is that bad.
Hold on.
I think LeBron is that bad.
Then how come LeBron is leading Draymond Green better than Steph is, and Steph on his team?
That's a fact. Look, I agree with you on that. Look, Draymond, if it had been me, bro, as soon as Draymond signed with Clutch, Draymond bigs up LeBron 100 times more than he bigs up Steph. And that's supposed to be your enemy on the court. Not off the court, obviously, but that's supposed to be your competitive enemy. Like Draymond to me is the worst. Like, so you ain't gonna get no argument from me on that. Like, if it had been, like you said, he's the reason KD is gone. He's the reason Jordan Poole is gone. He's the reason a lot of these dudes is gone. And to me, I think it's between Curry and Steve Kerr. And I think Steve Kerr is mad overrated. Steve Kerr, he and KD said the same thing about Steve Kerr. Like, he's not who y'all think he is. I think Steve Kerr is a real passive aggressive dude. I think he's real arrogant. He tries to play like, he's this player's coach or whatever, like in front of the cameras.
I don't think he's human. I think he's an owl.
Steve Kerr is a good leader.
I don't think he's human. I think he's an owl. Look him square in his face. And tell me he don't look like an owl. Look, the owl that say 1, 2 when he trying to get to the bottom of a Tootsie Pop.
How many drinks is it?
He look just like that owl, man.
He does. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm with you on a lot of this stuff. I come from the Jordan Magic. Well, I saw Magic and Bird like in early 90s, so I kind of caught the tail end of them. But I come from the Jordan, Magic, Bird, like Kevin Garnett, GP. Like, so looking at these dudes, I don't think none of these dudes are good leaders. But if you ask me from a leadership standpoint, who would I take? Steph Curry, LeBron, or KD? I'm taking Steph. Because KD already said he's not a leader. He said, I don't want to lead. He said, all I want to do is hoop.
Ain't no way.
If I got a dude to come out and tell me, bro, I'm not a leader, I don't want that responsibility. All I want to do is hoop, bro. That's not what we pay you $300 million for. You supposed to lead. That's why when Isaiah Thomas said what he said, if you just replace Jordan with Kevin Durant, he's still going. How?
But listen, bro.
The Bulls were what they were because of Jordan's leadership. Brother. KD ain't leading no Dennis Rodman. What KD gonna do with Dennis Rodman?
Steph is not leading Golden State, bro. He's not leading Golden State.
Who's leading it?
Draymond.
Nah, man. Bro, did you see Draymond in that 2022 finals?
Draymond is leading
that dude
Golden
was
State.
Terrible.
No, I'm not talking about who's the best player or who's the go-to player or who's scoring the points. No, I'm talking about
you talking about like he's the vocal leader or the emotional leader.
No, he's leading the locker room. He's the leader.
You might be right with that.
He's leading Steph. No, Draymond has the Jezebel spirit. He's the
I don't
no
think
no
he
no hold
leaves
on hold on
Steph.
hold on hold on hold on no 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 no
Steph let him
wait
get away
stop
with
stop
stuff.
no
He just let him get away with stuff.
no stop. Listen, just like Jezebel, and I know you read the Bible because you're from North Carolina.
I do.
Okay. She wasn't the king, but she was in the king's ear, influencing everything he did. So she kind of was the king. So what Draymond is he's not Steph. He's not the king. Steph is the king, but Steph is such a horrible leader, and he's so whipped by Draymond and so manipulated by Draymond that Draymond is actually leading Steph, and he don't even know it. Steph got the title of king, but Draymond is influencing everything the king does. And so like he got Steve Kerr and Steph's ear just like that. And the owner.
There's validity to that.
Yeah,
There's validity to that.
That's the only reason why
Draymond's terrible. I think Draymond is terrible.
That's the only reason why Draymond is the last man standing out of someone like Kevin. How the hell they choose Draymond over KD is insane. And then Clay did.
It is crazy.
Clay thought that he would. Oh man, I'm one of the originals, so y'all ain't gonna do me like y'all did Kevin Durant. Nope, they did him like that.
I agree with that. My thing is why I would have got rid of Draymond 10 times before I got rid of Clay. I'm like, how y'all have this loyalty to Draymond, but you just throw you throw Clay out the back door. That and I'm like, well, all the stuff that Draymond has done, Draymond has cost y'all multiple championships, and almost cost you 2022. Like, dude, this was a legit stat. Draymond had more fouls than he had points, bro. At one point in that series, bro. I don't know. I'm like, bro, I don't know if he got Jedi mind control over these dudes. I don't know if he got secret intel. I don't know if he got like Diana Rossini Vrabel intel on these dudes. I'm like, bro, he done almost cost you multiple finals. He's the reason why a lot of your future core is gone. This dude talks crazy, choking dudes. Bro, and they keep this dude, but they get rid of Clay. So you're not gonna get no argument from me on that. I agree with you.
It's giving good bottom lip service that's what it's giving. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of, man. But all right, man, I appreciate the phone call, man. Let me get to another call.
All right, bro. I'll holler at you on the next one.
All right, no doubt. No, it's definitely giving bottom lip service, man. Let's get another phone call in here. Man, y'all ain't here daggone. Yeah, Woofio. He definitely got that Jezebel spirit, man. That dude is running he's influencing Kerr, he's influencing Joe Lacob, he's influencing Curry, while giving the appearance that Kerr, and Joe Lacob is in charge, but the whole time Draymond Green is just running amok through all of it. Like, I mean, it's insane that people can't see this. It is disgusting, dog. It is disgusting. I ain't never seen nothing like it. I ain't never seen no dude with the Jezebel spirit. That is insane. It had a spirit of Judas and betray somebody, but having Jezebel is crazy, dog. He might not even play in draws. He's so locked into the Jezebel. I'm out here and just shorts, no draws out here. And then I'm just teeing with a Curry jersey in the locker room after the game. I don't know what he up to, man. But it's nasty to me. Caller from Georgia, what's up?
Hey, how you doing? It's Scooter.
What's up, Scooter? What's your thoughts?
What's going on, bro?
I'm good, man.
Love the show. A big fan, man. It's almost 4 o'clock here on the East Coast.
Oh, shoot.
But very quickly, dog. It's a flawed argument or comparison because you have a 7-footer versus a 6'2" small man.
Okay, I'm listening.
Never in our lives would we have thought he would have changed the game. I'm talking about Steph Curry. So to even just look at him and admire him from the perspective of a basketball player, you can't make the comparison. And when KD came to the team, yes, he liked the schemes of how they ran the offense. But that wasn't Steph. That was the owner wanting a big man forever. Joe Lacob has said he wanted a big man. So you can't say that they begged him to come to the team. He made those decisions on his own. And KD even said,
they did
I can't win with Russell.
They did beg him. But he couldn't win with Russell, but he could have went to San Antonio with Kawhi.
He could have.
Yeah. So do you know San Antonio, the year that Steph led the Warriors to 73 wins, did you know that Kawhi led San Antonio to 67 wins? He was right behind the Warriors.
Yeah, they had a similar home records. San Antonio.
Correct.
I think they even won more home games.
So imagine if KD would have said, "Let me go play for Coach Pop. Let me go over there with Kawhi."
It could have happened.
It could have happened.
I think it could, and he possibly could have led that team.
I agree.
I think he was enamored with Steph. Steph is a wonderful player, and I'm not saying that we shouldn't hold Steph accountable. I just don't like the argument when you can't. Steph isn't an anomaly. We will probably never see a player like him again.
Yes, but you gotta be able to put that to the side, put it inside of a bag when you actually judging the player, so you don't have any feelings involved. It's just light skin and green eyes. Don't be mesmerized by it. Just call a spade a spade.
I can't be mesmerized by light skin if I'm light skinned myself.
Light skin and green eyes is tan. It's just green eyes, dog. You don't have to look. Don't look into them. Just look away.
I'm from Georgia. I don't have the green eyes, but the light skin doesn't bother me. I think.
But hold on. Let me say this. Did he not miss the playoffs 4 times ever since Kevin Durant left the Warriors?
Has KD not missed the playoffs?
No. We can't. Now this ain't volleyball. We don't bounce it back over the net once I hit it over the net. You gotta deal with that when I hit it over there. Did he not?
Okay.
Yes or no? Did he not miss the playoffs 4 times since Kevin Durant left?
I can. It's not as straight cut as yes or no.
It is.
He missed the playoffs because Steve Kerr will not play a big man.
So the answer is yes.
Yes, but okay. As they won more rings, yes.
Yeah, and has he missed the playoffs 4 times ever since Kevin Durant left? Yes.
20
has he
20 he was hurt.
Has he missed the playoffs 7 times in his career?
I'll give it to you. But has KD not done?
He missed the playoffs 1 time. He missed the playoffs.
He might as well
he missed the playoffs 1 time in Phoenix.
As much talent that he had.
He missed the playoffs in Phoenix last year.
Would you rather have a second round exit with Harden and Kyrie and Joe Harris, who you say shot for Neil? It's the same thing. It's the same thing. He should have missed the playoffs.
That's my only argument. What I said is Steph and KD doing the same thing.
Do you not acknowledge that KD that Steph won in 22 with a subpar team?
No, it wasn't subpar.
Why wasn't it?
Okay,
you just stated Otto Porter played out of his mind.
What team is not subpar that year? What name a better team that year?
Memphis.
You think Memphis?
Memphis was a better team than Golden State.
Memphis with Ja Morant, Dylan Brooks, and Desmond Bain. They were. So okay. So hold on.
And who was their big man? Who was their big man?
Jaren Jackson Jr.
And Jaren Jackson.
Jackson. All right. So let's do this.
To Draymond.
Okay. So let's do this. Let's start with the best player, Steph and Ja Morant. Which one is better, Steph or Ja Morant?
With Ja's youth and his ability to jump out of the gym at that point and being upcoming talent, he had the confidence to go par for par with Steph.
Here we go. Say it.
That year. You said that year.
Say it. Just say it. Who was the best player?
Say what?
That year, who was the best player, Steph or Ja?
Steph had playoff experience. Ja had the talent.
Who was the better player, Steph or Ja? You a politician, ain't you? You ain't gonna answer this question. You ain't gonna answer. You're not gonna answer this question.
Listen,
We here now.
So let's go shot for shot. Opinion?
Steph.
Okay, let's go shot for shot.
Okay.
Let's go shot for shot.
Steph is better that year for sure.
It's minimal, but it's minimal though.
But he's better, right? Okay. Next.
It's minimal though.
Hold on. Next.
You gotta make it minimal. You gotta make it minimal.
Next.
Okay. Who is next? Draymond and Dylan Brooks.
No. The second best player back then probably was, I would say either Jordan Poole or Wiggins. Which one you want to go, Wiggins or Jordan Poole?
In the tier of second to Steph Curry and Ja Morant on that team.
Who was the performing the second best after Steph that season? It was Jordan Poole or Wiggins, correct?
Wiggins had his moment.
Pick one. Wiggins or Jordan Poole?
I'll take Wiggins.
All right, Wiggins. Now, the second best performer on the Grizzlies squad was probably Desmond Bane. Who's better, Wiggins or Desmond Bane?
Wiggins.
All right. Third best performer on the Warriors was Jordan Poole.
But it's minimal.
The third best performer was Jordan Poole. The third best performer on the Grizzlies was probably Dillon Brooks. Who's better, Dillon Brooks or Jordan Poole?
No, you keep forgetting that big man. Don't forget that power forward, the young boy.
Okay, so let's go back. Jaren Jackson Jr., the second best performer on the Grizzlies, the second best performer on the Warriors was Wiggins. Who's better?
Okay,
who was better than you?
That's a tie.
That's a tie. Okay, so
and that's a tie. Hold on. Jaren Jackson.
Hold on.
He always gets
we gotta be quick.
Trouble.
We gotta be
the
quick.
Only thing against him.
We gotta be quick. All right. So the third best performer after Wiggins was Jordan Poole and Desmond Bane. You already said Jordan Poole was better than Desmond Bane. The fourth best performer.
JP. I like JP.
Klay Thompson versus Dillon Brooks. Who was better, Klay Thompson or Dillon Brooks? Klay Thompson.
I give it to Dillon.
Right.
Klay was coming back from injury.
And then you got Draymond Green, and then you got what's the kid that was left-handed that tore his ACL that year?
No, you got Draymond, you got Steven Adams. That was a good team, Mel. You keep forgetting people. That was a good team.
They're not better than the Warriors, bro.
Steven Adams is a great big man.
They're not better than the Warriors, though.
Bro, it was close. They didn't have experience. That's all I'm saying. That's my argument. But you asked what other team was not good that year, and because you had it all.
Because you trying to say the Warriors was a subpar team, and they was definitely not subpar. They above
the
par.
Lakers had all the talent they said every day that in the beginning in the preseason that the Lakers were supposed to win it all.
No, they wasn't.
BS. I don't want to curse on your show, man. The preseason they thought Russell Westbrook was gonna come in and take them over the top. Man. You got Russell Westbrook, LeBron, and AD on paper. That's a team.
Come on, though. Yeah, on paper. Yeah, we ain't talking about on paper though.
And they had Carmelo coming off the bench.
I think
you were just talking about Carmelo. I'm a big Carmelo fan, bro.
I think what we can take from this is that the Warriors was not a subpar team that year.
And then that year 22, KD got beat in the first round by Jason Tatum.
But the Warriors was not a subpar team that year.
Man, come on, Mel, come on.
The Warriors was not a subpar team that year.
They had Otto Porter. They had Gary Payton, GP2. I'm sorry. They had GP2. Jordan Poole was just coming into his own. Half of the season, they didn't even have Klay.
All right, so if the Warriors was subpar that year, how come Steph can't win again with a subpar team?
Because of Steve Kerr. Steve Kerr won't play a big man. This is the first year with Porzingis broke leg ass that he finally played a big man.
Come on, dog.
Listen, the season that the Warriors had Chris Paul, they were supposed to bring in Dwight Howard. If they had brought in Dwight Howard,
they wasn't gonna play him.
As a body.
They had James Wiseman. They could have used him. Look,
you said earlier, and I agree with you. Draymond and Steve Kerr has ruined that organization. They ruined it.
They sure did.
Steve Kerr ruined it with his coaching,
and your boy
ruined it trying to stay there with Curry.
And your boy Curry let him do it. Horrible leader.
But Curry ain't built like that. You got to give him that, man. He's an anomaly.
That's what I'm saying.
Him for what he is.
No, you can't say you can't dog KD for not being a leader and then say let's celebrate Steph for what he is. No.
KD dog himself. If KD is not mentally there.
If KD had blonde hair and green eyes like Steph did, y'all niggas would be loving him.
No. KD don't have a wife. KD is a mama's boy. KD is 40 years old and still is not his own man.
And Steph Curry looked like somebody mom in the face.
That may be. The boy, he mixed. He got green eyes. You just said it.
But y'all giving that boy the Prince treatment, man. It's given.
He an anomaly. He ain't even supposed to be there.
He not gonna let y'all clap, man. He not gonna let y'all clap. Y'all gotta stop caping for him like this.
I don't care about clapping with that man. I can clap myself. Shit, I look better than Steph Curry. And on light skin. I clap myself. I ain't worried about Curry. Not in that way. But I do appreciate his talent. Shit, if I want to clap light skin, I'll go in the bedroom myself. I don't mean to take it down your show. But seriously, if you want to go there, I just appreciate that man for what he's done as a small man. KD 7 feet and a baby. Come on, man. Have a good night, bro. I love the show, bro. you gonna turn me into Young Disciple on this show, man. I'm the light skinned version of Young Disciple. I'll call in some more, bro. Love the show, dog.
Oh, did he say he was gonna clap himself? Come on, dog. Come on, dog. Caller from Texas, what's up, man?
Bruh, I told you about
that dude said he was gonna clap himself, man.
Bruh, but what are you doing right now? You gonna have the FCC, CIA, FBI, everybody up there looking for you,
man. I just want
what
everybody.
in the world are you doing to the public right now, homie? This is your fault. No, this is your fault. I think you just like I'm gonna run a social experiment tonight. That's what I think this is.
That's my man.
Bruh, dude, bruh, what are you doing right now?
Oh man, I don't know,
what
man.
Are you doing?
I have no.
You bringing up Jezebel? Bruh. What are you doing right now, man?
You know you like my Jezebel take, man. Because you know, because you know it's accurate. You know it's accurate.
It is accurate as hell. I mean, it's on point, quite frankly. But yeah, that was crazy, man. You need to stop negotiating with terrorists, bro.
Where you been, man? What's up, man?
No, I've been around. I've been watching. I just been letting. I've been sitting back watching. But I had to call today though. This is crazy. Like this madness got to stop.
All right, tell me what the madness is.
All this oxygen, talking about all this stuff. Man, look. Okay, here's my thing. KD is a unicorn. All right, that's what he is. But like a unicorn, he's a one-trick pony, really. Okay, so you can't put any real weight on his shoulders. You can't expect him to carry weight. Not really. Like I said, he's not a leader. He's not a leader. Okay. And you already know how I feel about Steph. I'm the same way. I'm online with you with the same thing. Like, there's no way in the world I would have ever let Donkey Face stay there and Clay's gone. That is absolutely back-asswards. There's no way in the world that would have happened. Because that's your running the gunning dog back there. He's the one, Splash Brother. That's a Splash Brother. And you let him go before this bum? Nah. He definitely cost you a championship in 2016. And for whatever reason, they think I don't know. I mean, yeah. So I forgot. I think it was Moon. Somebody had said it also. I don't know what he got on them people. Moonwalker. I don't know what he's got on them people, but clearly he got something. Like he got some like crown jewels information. On somebody important, because it makes no logical sense for all the different people that they got rid of because of him.
Yeah,
and he's still insane. There.
It's insane
because you act like you can't tell me you can't. And he was the easiest one to replace because look, since all these other people are gone, I mean, you had Jordan Poole on the up, and you know that his like you said, his Jezebel self. When Jordan Poole got that contract, that's why he punched him.
Mm-hmm.
Because Jordan Poole got that money.
He ain't even had it yet. But they knew he was about to get it though. Yeah,
and like I said, that was the thing that his little jealous spirit. That's how he couldn't have that.
Mm-mm.
So and that year he was showing up and showing out in the playoffs and in the finals.
Yeah,
he was reliable in that and like you said. More fouls than points on the opposite. And so he was feeling some kind of way, so he decides he wants to put hands on people. Okay. But then, and again, he cost you KD. Now, see, personally, it was a fit when it came to KD. They had the forward space. He was able to move and maneuver. And the thing to me that I noticed about that combination was they didn't have pressure on any of them. There was too much talent around, space on the floor, that no one player was going to get the pressure put on them. And that's the problem I had early on with Steph, is that he didn't see, when it came down to pressure, he'd seen the crack.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he did. The difference in 2022 was he didn't do what he did in 2019. 19 he cracked when he didn't have Clay and then KD and then Clay. When Clay went out, he lost. You know what I'm saying? He was on him, but he couldn't take it home. Okay, I'm not going to necessarily blame, but you know what I'm saying? He had an opportunity to shoulder everything, and it didn't work out.
Yeah.
And quite frankly, to me, in Brooklyn, against the Bucks, I thought that KD he shouldered that better than Steph did in 2019.
I agree.
That's my personal opinion.
No, I agree.
Right? But when it came to 2022, he kind of finally got got whatever his headspace or whatever, to where he was able to get over that. But to me, I don't really, when it comes to leadership, neither one of them are leaders. Like neither one. Like they're both soft.
Look, that's all I've been saying this whole stream. I'm like, dude, it's the same thing, man. Like, you can separate it by that the Warriors was able to get it done and get a ring out the KD left. That's dope, right? So that's the big separator. Other than that, everything is very similar. Everything is very similar. Like, they blame Kevin Durant for not willing in Kyrie Irving and saying Kevin Durant's leadership was lacking during the Brooklyn and Kyrie Irving situation, and everything Draymond Green, Steph Curry's leadership has been lacking, right? So it's the same thing,
and it's been festering for a lot longer. Mm-hmm. Like it's been there. It's been, to me, like I think you said it. It's been obvious to me since 2016.
Yeah,
since 2016, it's been obvious that dude is a cancer.
He is, dog.
And So it's 10 years later, and he's still a cancer, and he's still there, and he's still getting paid, taking up too much money for what he does. So,
that's a fact.
To me, it's just two weak leaders. And like I said, I mean, KD should have punched him in the mouth. Is what he should have done.
I agree,
but that ain't his way. But but again, for me, KD, the Phoenix thing is definitely not a good look.
No,
but that organization is horrible. No, that organization is terrible. And I'm not making an excuse for either one of them, because again, to me, I don't rate them. I don't put them past their unique players. That's how I look at it. People keep, for me, this is a soft era, and they're soft players, and that's both. And they're not the only ones. I look at it that way, but I look at, that's why I like Jaylen Brown so much. He is, I think, now his game, to me, he could have played in the 90s. He could have played in the early 2000s. There are very few players, in my estimation, there are very few players that I would put in that situation, because he's got the mentality to go after what he needs to go after. Drew Holiday, that's another one. He could have played.
Yeah.
Hard nosed. He could have played. The thing with those two, when it gets tough, they don't, you know what I'm saying? They knuckle under. To me, that's just my thing. But anyway, I'm gonna reiterate what I said initially. Yeah, you had a little social experiment going on tonight. Yeah, this was crazy. That was crazy. That was crazy, man. Nah. But anyway, good show as always. But yeah, you need to look yourself in the mirror and figure out did that, was that really necessary what you did tonight?
I think it was for sure.
Accountability for what you just did.
Oh man, it was for sure, man. But nah, man, appreciate the call, man. I'll catch you on the next one, man. I'll be in here again tomorrow night for sure.
All right, man.
All right, man. Yep. All right, y'all. That's the show. Let me get out of here, man. I appreciate it. Let me see what's going on in these comment section really quick before I get out of here. And that's BS because Brown has been on the court multiple seasons, losing seasons, and they were supposed to be in the playoffs. That's what's up. I got a partner from Uptown New Orleans named Kevin Calver. I'm about 45 minutes from Lafayette, a little small town in Mamou. Great show. Appreciate you, dog. Appreciate you. All right, man. I catch y'all. Hey, Denver and Minnesota play them tonight or tomorrow, or whatever you want to say. Remember y'all heard it here first, right? I told y'all Jay McDaniels went on there and gave them bulletin board material. They're going to use it, but it's not going to just be a motivated Nikola Jokic and a motivated Denver Nuggets team. The referees are going to be complacent in whatever's about to happen to Minnesota, dog. I'm telling you, Minnesota is going to have to fight against those striped T-shirts and a motivated Denver Nuggets squad, though. So go to the Baja. I mean, I can't get on that show, even though all them dudes, Theo Pinson from North Carolina and Raymond Felton from South Carolina, and I don't know where Han is from, and Charlie V is from New York, I think. But yeah, there's a lot of North Carolina people out there. You know what? It'd be dope if they had me on the show. But you know, I ain't no pro athlete, so they probably be like, man, who the heck is this freaking random YouTuber? But nah, it'd be dope, man. I remember their first episode. Actually, when Theo Pinson was doing Run Your Race, I had already been watching them on that podcast, and I was liking it. Especially that they was bringing in Tar Heels. And when I was a fan of college basketball, the Tar Heels that's who I followed. That was my squad. So, man, they brought in PJ Harrison to interview him. I thought that was dope. It wasn't just Tar Heels. They was bringing in North Carolina dudes just period, because they brought in Dennis Smith Jr. and he was Wolfpack. They brought in Josh Howard, Wake Forest. Josh Howard was like that, dog. I enjoyed all those interviews that they did on Run Your Race. So yeah, I've been following Theo and them boys for a little while, man. I like what they do over there for sure. But nah, it'd be a dope conversation. But why you say I need to get on there though? Mel say I can't get on that show. They think Joker is the best. Well, I mean, but you got to understand why people say certain things though, man. Like, cause Kenyon Martin is a big Joker thing as well. I don't know where that comes from, but it don't come from a place of that. I can tell if they really think that he the best. It's not that. And then if your justification on why he's the best is triple double, which is what Kenyon Martin's justification is, like when they talk about MVP, they're like, why you think Jokic should get it? Triple double. That's it. He don't give no other explanation. Triple double. I'm like, man, is the triple double that important? Like that's more important than winning for real. That's more important than defense. You get what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's like the booty warrior, man. I mean, you know, it's more important than air. The triple double is more important than air. It's more important than water. That's how they act, man. They act like the triple double is just like everything. I'm like, wait. It can't be more important than breathing and drinking water, which is what the lifeline is, which is what winning and defense is. Winning and defense is equivalent to drinking water and breathing air. And the booty warrior just said that getting some booty in prison was more important than breathing air and drinking water. And that's what these guys are saying when they say triple double. Triple double is booty to me. Triple double is booty. Winning is breathing air, and drinking water is defense. I don't put the triple double over winning and defense. I don't put the triple double over scoring. Scoring, winning, and defense is the most important things in basketball. Scoring on your opposition, stopping your opposition, and winning is more important than any stat that you can put up, including the triple double. The triple double ain't even important. I can win. You know how I know the triple double is not important? Because they say Jokic is the only one who can average one, right? He's the only one getting triple doubles. So you mean to tell me all these teams has been winning the championship, they haven't had a triple-double stat king on their roster? So if the triple-double is so important, then why all the teams that are winning don't have a person averaging a triple-double or recording a lot of triple-doubles? So it already tells you it's not that important. You know what every team that wins do at a high level? Play defense. Every team that win a ring play defense at a high level. That's required. That's something important to winning. The triple-double is not necessary. So I'm not going to celebrate it like it's necessary. Like, oh, we have to get this triple-double. The team with the most triple-doubles at the end of the game wins. That's not what it is. The team with the most points at the end of the game win, not the most triple-doubles. Whoever team got a player that records a triple-double wins. Stop. As soon as they record a triple-double, the game is over. If that was the name of if the name of the game was to get a triple-double, and as soon as you get the triple-double, the game is over and that team wins, then triple-doubles would be important. But triple-doubles aren't important. The only thing that's important is scoring points. And how you score more points than your opponent is by being unstoppable at scoring and stopping them from scoring. If I score 2 points and I stop you from scoring, I'm going to win 2-0. That's the only thing that's important. Whether I got a triple-double or not is not important. You get what I'm saying? In the 90s, teams was winning games 85-76. It was very important that they stop you. But now people are winning games 150-149. Nobody's stopping nobody. They're just up and down scoring points. Let's see if I can score more than you. And it's just stats or just, it's so easy to get stats now. I just seen a game with 3 triple-doubles in it right before the season ended. And it was like a Utah game versus freaking Wizards. They had 3 players. It was 2 players from one team with a triple-double, and then the other team had a triple-double on it. I'm like, man, gots to be more careful. I looked at that. I said, well, I'll be a blue-nosed dolphin. 3 damn triple-doubles in one game. Ain't this about a bitch? You get what I'm saying? It's just insane. And I think people that think triple-doubles is impressive are just idiots, man. I mean, you can really learn basketball and not be an idiot and think the triple-double is more important than winning. I mean, you got the same 24 hours in a day as Raven Simone, and you woke up and chose to be a dummy. I mean, I don't know what else to tell these people. He said the Vorp is booty. All right, man. Let me get out of here, man. I'll catch y'all on the next episode. Peace.